At least 2 major retailers this year have put out Marionette animatronics, and I thought to myself, gosh, that's kind of lame, until I rethought, maybe that might make a unique focal point in my own display, so here we go. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Michael from Happy Haunting, here for everything Halloween, and today we're going to be looking at Home Depot's version of the Marionette. It's a witch. She's part of their Grave and Bones line of products, and she's one of their value animatronics at only $99. So I thought, heck, that's an affordable way to add something unique to my witch theme this year. So taking a look at the box, it looks like she is 6 feet tall, and that kind of bothers me. I'm hoping we're going to be able to adjust her stand to make her a tabletop, because that's what I want. I want her a focal point on the table. But let's see, it says indoor and outdoor covered rated, timer for 6 hours on, 18 hours off, illuminated, top structure and face, mouth, arms, and legs move, motion activated, speaks 5 different spooky phrases, compatible with a step pad, animatronic activator, sold separately. I do love the box. Now, I ordered her for pickup in the store, so if you're really concerned about keeping a nice looking box, you're not going to want to do that. You probably want to wait until it actually comes to the store so that you can pick out a box that, isn't all beat up like this one, but you also do risk the chance of it being sold out and not getting it. So it's a trade-off. I bought it for pickup in the store, and actually I thought it wasn't going to come. It was 3 weeks late, and part of my order actually didn't make it in. But this one did. So we're going to open it up and take a look at it. All right, inside it looks like it is well packaged. Oh, look at that face, very creepy, poking out the front there. Let's see if we can pull her out. All right, so she's just kind of falling out. There's a lot of stuff in here. We'll take a look at it. If I can get this box out. All right, so we do have a top wooden piece, the Marionette structure, so that's interesting. Nice wood design on that. The witch herself seems to be one piece, which is great. So if you didn't actually want to use it as a marionette, I mean, she could just like sit on a chair or something over here and look super creepy by herself. We've got some supports. I love the fact that these are not just black and they're actually wood toned. I mean, it's actually metal, but it's made to look like wood. We've got a base, again, made to look like wood. And then we've got a packet here with, it looks like, the power cord and instructions. The power cord itself looks like it's about 6 feet long. Instructions seem pretty simple. It's 1 page. It is colored, but there's not much to this, so it can't be that hard to put together. Famous last words. The first thing we need to do is assemble the stand. So I'm going to take the 2 base supports that are labeled B, push them right into the base that's labeled A, and there is a push pin that it's going to lock it together. So there are 2 of these B supports. They only go in one way, and you have to note there is additional clips on one side, but you're not going to mess it up because, again, it only goes in one way. So this is supposed to be a 6-foot prop, and that's apparently what it is about right now, but it does come with an extra extension piece. It looks like it would add an extra foot to it if you wanted to make it extra tall, which I definitely do not want to do, although I might end up doing that. If I can't get it to make a tabletop, which I'm suspecting I'm not going to be able to do, then I might want it in front of a table. I could just back the table right up to it, in which case I might need that extension. But one step at a time. The next thing we need to do is put on this top support. That's going to be what the Marionette connects to. There we go. All right, turn it to the side. You can kind of see what it looks like. So hanging down from these supports are the strings. So our witch also has a few strings connected to each of her shoulders, and we're going to want to actually connect these first. All right, so we can lift her by these strings. There are 6 strings in all, so 2 on her body, 4 on the support, and we're just going to take the clips and clip them on the support so she will dangle like so. It's actually quite easy just to clip it right on there. Now while she's up here, there is actually a cable coming out of the top of her head that we need to connect to a connection point right on the underside of the top support. Next up, we're going to connect each of the hands. Again, the same way, there's just a clip connection point on each one. And then lastly, we connect the back two longer strings to the connection points on her knees. Now, if you're like me and don't generally read directions too well, you'll notice there's a specific way you're supposed to do this, and we've done it wrong. We are going to take this arm off now and make sure that the hand is on the outside of the legs, like so. Now the last thing we need to do is connect the power here on the right side of the witch. There is a connection point up here at the top, and those clips that we saw that run down actually are going to hold the cable so it's not just flopping around. I do wish the cable was attached in the back and a little less visible, but it is what it is. Once the cable has reached the floor, you still have about 3 feet of room to plug it in. Before we do plug it in and show her off, let me go ahead and bring the camera in and we'll take a closer look. I absolutely love how distinctive this witch is. Her whole appearance is fantastic. It's kid-friendly, but just creepy enough. Look at those giant, oversized eyes that give such a distinction to her face. She's got warts on her nose and her chin and that little tooth that sticks up. She's very animated. Her hat is a bit adjustable. It does have heavy-duty wire inside, so you can shape the brim however you want. The top's a little harder to shape. I'm getting to stay into place, but it does somewhat. While we're looking up here, you can see the connection point there for her body, and then the cable for the power that runs down from the side. It looks like there is an on-off button and what appears to be a volume sensor as well. As we make our way back down, you can see she does have a wig of stringy gray hair. It goes all the way around, so that's nice. Her outfit is a little cheap. I mean, it kind of looks like creepy cloth fabric, but that's all right for a witch. And for the price point, I mean, you can't expect too much. I do like the fact that she has a little rope belt as well, knotted at the ends. Her hands are a bit oversized for her little body. Very distinctive as well. Obviously, it looks like it's been carved from wood, but those little pointed nails give her an extra bit of creepiness. And then as we move down, you can see she's got the striped stockings, very witch-like, and these sculpted boots are amazing. And then, of course, the stand, as we saw earlier, has got the wood frame look, giving it an overall awesome marionette appearance. Are you ready to see her in action? Let's go ahead and plug it in. And I think we have to turn it on.
In the shadows I dwell, where magic weaves its spell. In the darkest of night, I gain more power from all the fright. Now if I can just get this spell right, I can reverse this cursed light.
All right, one thing that I've noticed offhand is that the lights stay on and her eyes stay on. I love that effect because usually the lights will only turn on once it's activated, but this way it can remain just as a static prop in your display as well. I love that. Let's listen to the rest of the phrases. I'm going to turn it around so you can kind of see it from the side.
Sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can never hurt me? Ha! Words have turned my bones into sticks. That's what I get for getting impatient and testing spells on myself. Oh, but you look like a great test subject. Yes, come here. Would you like me to give you immortality? We can try it a few times till we get it right. Maybe turn into a toad, bertha, or clock. But don't worry, it will be relatively painless for me.
I do like that her phrases are pretty lengthy. Let's hear from the other side.
Click-clack, click-clack. Don't step on that crack, or I'll break your back. Just kidding. Hopefully from these strings, won't you?
Let's see, there should be...
Too much magical strings and not enough test subjects. Oh, well, hello, dearie. So good to see you. Would you like a friendship bracelet? We can do, what you say, sexy, forever. As I tie your soul to mine. Manifestation. The list goes on and on, but none of the help to reverse this wooden predicament I am in. Hey, you look like you know some magic. Want to help a little old lady like me out? Just say this little old intensity, and we'll be switching bodies in no time.
So again, she does have the volume control, so we can mute her if we want. I like that there aren't a whole lot of nasty sound effects in the background. I mean, it had some music, but nothing that was really distracting too much. I mean, again, I'd prefer to use my own music, but I think it suits it just fine. I think we can get away with it. Now, I really want to see if we can make her a desktop or a tabletop version. So we can try and adjust the supports here, especially since it's got that extension pole. I think we can make it work. Let's see. So the easiest thing to do is just to scoot a table up to her, in which case she's not quite tall enough, and I think this extension pole will make it work. Let's see. With the extension pole, she does clear the table. Let's turn it on to see if it actually works. So I know I can do that as a last resort, but I really want to put it on my countertop in the kitchen, and this is not going to work. So let me see if we can make some further adjustments to make it stand on top of the table and not be too tall. And success. So by removing one of the long extensions and adding in the small extension, it looks like it just clears the base to have it on a tabletop as well. Let's just go ahead and turn it back on to confirm. And it does. So you'll notice her feet are now clicking. Just gonna go ahead and turn her off. One thing I noticed as well just now is that she's got heavy duty, like real heavy duty cable wiring in her legs, so you can adjust them so they're, you know, if they're not exactly pointed where you need it, you can easily make that happen. So I do have extra tall counters in my kitchen, so I think it's going to be real close to see if this is actually going to fit in the room. But at least we have a backup plan. It will fit on a table, so somehow I will make this a focal point within my display. And I can't wait to do so, and I can't wait to share that with you, so make sure that you are subscribed if you want to see me get closer to our Halloween display, take you along with us as we figure it all out and come up with something awesome this year. Before we go, I did want to say a special thank you to all the patrons who help support the channel. If you're interested in joining our Fright Club, be sure to check out a link to my Patreon page in the description below. That's going to do it for today. Thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time, take care and happy haunting.